That's so good. Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness. My name is Hannah. Let's get into my September TBR, shall we? It's pretty short because for me, work speeds up at the beginning of September. That being said, I kept it down to 3 books and I have them here with me. We've got the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I took the dust cover off, but you guys, I did get through this one and I loved it, more or less. I was frustrated with how quickly everything wrapped up at the end, but I thought that the plot moved along really quickly. It was really good to get Snow's perspective on some things, and so I gave this a 4.5 star rating, which is pretty high still, I would say. I'm currently reading Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I really like this book. I flew through it in like a day. I already have the second one on hold at the library, but I think I might just go pick them up from Barnes & Noble, the whole set, so that I can annotate and do my little stickies and find my favorite quotes. I love the library because I love reading and it's free, obviously. However, it is just like, whenever you find a good book, you just want to own the whole series, and I'm sure I'll reread this someday or lend it out to people. And so I think that I'm going to cancel my hold and just go buy the whole series. I love this so far, and I can't say yet. I mean, I'm like 20 pages away, but I'm pretty certain this is going to be a 5-star read for me. I'm pretty excited. And then I'm starting the Red Rising series, which is science fiction, correct? Yes. Science fiction. I believe all the books of this series are out, and so I'm really excited to dig into this. A lot of people, this is my one thing, is when I'm watching BookTube or Book Talk, a lot of readers out there like to space out their series. I love to invest in a full world. I have a terrible memory. Like, it's literally in one ear and out the other. And so when it comes to world building, especially when I'm like renting from the library, I really want to be able to read them quickly so that I can kind of get into that sense and then save them. It also makes me a champ at rereading because I remember very few things other than plot twists. I remember plot twists, but I don't usually remember other bits and bobbles. So pause for iced coffee. So I'm really excited for this one. I heard it's a little bit of a slower read, but I'm taking a vacation soon, so that'll be fun. So I still have these 2 left to read and only like 10 days left of September, so wish me luck. But I'm gonna get started, and you can follow along on my TikTok as well. But for now, I think we should head to the library and pick up some other books that I want to read in October. Hello. How are we doing? I am very sick, as you could probably tell by my haggard appearance and maybe raspy voice. I don't know. I've had a really sore throat, been kind of sick all week. Simon's literally taking all the focus off me. Simon, the camera's in autofocus, so you can't be here because it's about me. Okay. But yeah, I've just been really under the weather, so I've actually had a decent amount of time to read. That being said, I'm gonna start my last book of September, which is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I don't know if I'm in the right reading mood for this, so I might switch and start reading something for October if this doesn't tickle my fancy, but if I do, I'll just include other clips. But I will finish this before the end of September. Mark my words. I promise I'll get it done. But yeah, I've just been feeling under the weather. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and read this one and hope that it's everything I've been wanting it to be. See if it lives up to the hype. Let's get to reading our science fiction, Red Rising. Yeah, that's enough of that. I'm like 20-ish pages into this book. I'm 3 chapters in. I also, how many is it? It's like 380. Yeah, about 380 pages. So my goal is to get to 80 tonight because I read about 100 to 120 pages a day, give or take. I have another job, that is life. And so I should be able to finish this one, if that math computes, in the next 4 days, but I'm giving myself leeway. So I'm guessing that I will finish this book by Tuesday, which means I'm already going to be over on my September TBR. I'll probably throw something else in that will bleed into October. We shall see. I'll do my best, but yeah, stay tuned, I guess. I already can tell that this is going to break my brain, though. I can already tell that this book is going to break my brain and that it's going to demand all my attention. I'm loving the way Pierce Brown writes. I feel as though the way he puts very simple sentences but makes them so important to the heart of the book, which sounds so cheesy, but it's so important to like the heart of the story, even though it might not be like for plot development. So I'm already buying this series, you guys. This is already one that like, yes, I got from the library, but I'm like, no, we need to own this. So after I finish this first book, I'm definitely gonna buy the whole series, break my bank, but I'm gonna buy the whole series. I'm so enjoying it. We'll see how far I get tonight. I don't know if my immune system is up for it, but we're gonna try to get through at least 80 pages tonight, because that will meet my 120 for the day since I finished another book. That will be my 120 for the day since I already finished another book earlier. And if this hurts my brain too much, I might switch over into something a little easier, because I know I will finish this before the end of September, so I might start a breath of fresh air book. We'll see. Hi, you guys. As expected, I did not read when I said I was. The last clip you probably saw was me, in fact, reading. I read one chapter. I don't know why I can't get going in this book. A very busy weekend full of like work, weddings, birthday parties, all that fun stuff. But I'm gonna get to it, you guys. I'm going to. Honestly, I really am falling in love with these characters, and I actually think, other than the main guy, like Io is a girl that's popping up quite a bit or getting talked about quite a bit. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me that she is going to die. If that actually happens, I'm 4 chapters in. I have no reason to believe that she's going to die. Literally none. I just feel that way. Tell me why, because I don't know. But anyway, I will get to this and I will finish it this week. That is my vow. I don't want to take this on the plane with me, and I'm leaving on Thursday and take it on the plane. So I absolutely do not want to take this on the plane with me. I want to finish it. I want to give you guys my final thoughts on the 3 books from this month, and then we outie. Then we can start our October TBR. That's the goal. Look at my little pumpkin mug. Even Simon wants to look at it. Isn't it so cute? Yeah, it's so cute. It was like $3 at Target. So yeah, that's really what we're going to be doing. Is I'm going to get a big chunk of this done. I still have like next to no voice, but I'm going to finish this, mark my words, by Wednesday this week. So come along with me as I read Red Rising and hopefully get this review done. Does that sound good to you, Simon? Does that sound good to you? Sounds good to him. Great. Catch you in the next clip when I'm hopefully much further in this book. You guys, 3 things. I'm on vacation, got my hair chopped, and my voice is still gone. Those are just facts. This book. I just finished this book, and I am ordering the rest of the series. I have to buy the whole series now. This one's from the library. I have to buy the rest of the series. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So I'm going to just have to do some soul searching on the plane ride home. But I finished 1 or 2 other books, and so I will give my final review for September, for my September TBR when I get back home. But let me just tell you, this was amazing. I read more books in September than I was planning to, and hopefully right after this, my October TBR will be up and we'll be raring to go, because today is September 30th. And so tomorrow starts October, and a new goal. And I'm flying, you guys. I am still on track to finish my reading goal for the end of the year. I am not going to fail this year. I'm determined. I will see you guys probably on the plane. I don't know if I got any footage of the plane on my way here, because that's just embarrassing. It feels embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, but it feels embarrassing. Anyway, so I'll catch you guys later, but I'm so excited to start my next book for my October read. Let's go. Hi, you guys. We're back. I'm finally ready to review the books for the month of September. whoa, crickets, no one's home. Knock, knock, who's there? No one. The first book I read this month was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Now this is your typical YA. We just loved it. When I was younger, I grew up with the Hunger Games books. So when this prequel came out, I bought it immediately. And then I didn't read it. It's been years. This has been sitting on my shelf for literally years, but I know the movie's coming out this fall and I just wanted to get to it. I really enjoyed this one. Honestly, I felt like it was a real page turner and I was invested in the story. But then somewhere around, like, how many chapters are in here? There's 30 chapters in this book. And so I would say somewhere around chapter 19 or 20, things just took a really big turn. And the last third of the book or last quarter of the book just felt like a totally different book. And I felt like everything was just wrapping up really quickly and almost sort of in ways I didn't expect. So I enjoyed it from cover to the end. I just felt like there was some disjointness at the end. So I gave this one, I think, 4 stars. Next up, we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Everyone raved about this. They didn't let me down. I could not put this book down. I literally felt like the way she writes is so smooth, so seamless, and also with like any YA, it's just a bigger font. And I found myself flying through this book. I had this from the library, like this is still the library book, but I ordered like the real copy and I may or may not be 2/3 of the way through the second one right now. So it was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. I gave this a 5 stars. The third book in the series comes out at the end of this month, October. So I'm so excited heading into October. The next 2 books I don't have with me because my luggage had to find its way home from vacation in someone else's hand. But I will try to insert a picture here, and if I can't, just use your imagination. I read Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Now, I have always just dipped my toes into the science fiction world. I don't think that I'm not totally good at reading science fiction. Sometimes it feels like it's over my head or I just don't catch enough details, but I felt like the way Pierce Brown wrote, it really was seamless and I was able to get invested in the world, not get too caught up in the jargon, but still feel like he set things up where it was readable, understandable, and I was connected not only to the main character, but also a lot of the side characters. When I tell you Severo, do with that what you will. This book had a lot of things that I saw coming. Like I felt like I was able to predict a lot of the plot points, but then there were enough twists or enough like reframing of the main character's thought process that, I don't know, I was hooked. So I gave this one 5 stars and I cannot wait to pick up the rest of the series. And I can't wait to see where things go because I kind of have a picture and I feel like it ended really well, but I don't know for sure. And the last book I read this month, I don't even think I talked about it. It was just like my audiobook. I usually get through 1 or 2 audiobooks in a month because I like to play them when I'm cleaning. I usually pick books that are rom-coms or just lighthearted that I don't feel like I need to be sitting physically reading to catch all the details. So I had Sally Rooney's Conversations with Friends as my audiobook for this month, and I loved it. I was trying to find reasons to use the audiobook, to listen to the audiobook. I actually really enjoyed it. Her books are so dialogue based, and she doesn't give you a lot of details about the people you're reading about. You just put together personalities really seamlessly with her writing. I will definitely be listening to more of Sally Rooney's books via audio. One time I tried to read Normal People just like in the physical book copy and I couldn't really get through it, but I loved the story. Like I loved the story. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get that one again in my audiobook collection. I don't know. I just really like it. And usually audiobooks are kind of just like a pain in my side that I do just to kind of get through more books, but this time I really liked it. So I'm giving that one a 3.5 star. Round up to 4 is really good, but I would really say 3.5. It was good and I liked it, especially in audiobook setting. That is a wrap on September. If you want to see what books I picked out for my TBR in October, you can head over to that video. But honestly, you guys, I am so excited that I read 4 books this month and I thought I was only gonna get to 3 because it's just a busy, crazy time of the year. But for next month, I think I picked 7. We'll see. So head over there and see what I picked to read. I'm already underway because as I'm filming this, it's the beginning of October. I love you guys a lot and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Toodles!